Honorable Senators, as you may recall, in the past week, the Senate held a midterm assessment and planning retreat for the fourth session under the theme, Shaping the Senate's Legacy, Reflections, Strategies, and the Path Forward. The objectives of the event were inter alia to review its performance in legislative and committee business over the past 3 sessions and identify best practices, identify challenges that have hindered effective discharge of its representative, legislative, and oversight roles, and propose solutions, strategize, and set priorities for the Senate's legislative agenda, and to strengthen teamwork, collegiality, and camaraderie in the discharge of our mandate. Have you said, Senator Asige? I have no doubt that from the vibrant discussions and contributions from honorable senators and the distinguished resource persons, we are sufficiently motivated to dedicate ourselves to the zealous protection of the interests of the counties and their governments, devolution, and the promotion of accountability and good governance. From the event, the Senate made specific and measurable resolutions which need to be implemented. These resolutions will be tabled before the Senate Business Committee for the committee to institute measures to actualize them in line with its mandate to monitor and oversee the implementation of Senate business and programs and other matters as may from time to time arise in connection with the business of the Senate. I, for one, will do everything in my power to facilitate the full implementation of the resolutions. Honorable Senators, looking forward, and indeed as witnessed during the midterm retreat, we begin the fourth session with a full agenda. Notably, there are 12 bills in the Committee of the Whole stage, 38 bills at the second reading stage, 24 petitions yet to be concluded, as well as follow-up on implementation of various resolutions and obtained by the Senate during the third session. Key among them, the resolution of the current state of the nation. Although high on our agenda is the consideration and determination of the 40 basis for revenue sharing among county governments for financial years 2025-26 to 2029-2030. A sneak review of what is to come was witnessed at the midterm assessment retreat last week. But its formal consideration will begin in earnest upon tabling of the recommendation of the Commission on Revenue Allocation, CRA, on the 40 basis and subsequent referral of the recommendations to the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget. I look forward to vibrant discussions to this very critical subject, trusting that consensus will be achieved on the matter, and the assent warned that my office will extend any necessary support towards that end. For if we are all win, our counties win, and Kenya wins. Like in every other session, and in accordance with Section 25 of the Public Finance Management Act, Parliament will shortly receive and consider the budget policy statement, and therefore the division of revenue bill and the county allocation of revenue bill. This critical stage in the budget cycle requires introspection and forthrightness to ensure that the promise of devolution is achieved and that resources are distributed to the benefit of mwananchi. We each have a duty to assert ourselves in the process and to ensure that the resources at both levels of government are shared equitably and used prudently. I urge that we do just that. Honorable Senators, I can see this message is a bit long. You can take the seats just near to where you are standing. Honorable Senators, Senators. Order, Senator Sifuna. Honorable Senators, like in every other session and in accordance with Section 25 of the Public Finance Management Act, Parliament will shortly receive and consider the budget policy statement and thereafter the division of revenue bill and the counter allocation of revenue bill. This created I have repeated due to the interruption I got from the senators who just walked in. So, honorable senators, as you are aware, pursuant to Standing Orders 193.4, 194.3, and 195.6, the county public accounts, the county public investments, and the special funds and the delegated legislative committees are due to be reconstituted as their terms expired. Consultations on this matter are ongoing between the majority and minority parties, after which the Senate Business Committee will present the names of senators who will be nominated to serve in the Senate committees to the Senate for approval. Honorable Senators, from their foreseen business and activities, I take this opportunity to impress upon each of us to dedicate ourselves to the execution of our constitutional mandate and to undertake the task ahead of us with utmost integrity and commitment in service to a great country. My office, that of the Senate leadership, and the Secretariat are always at your disposal to facilitate you to do your work. Finally, as honorable senators have noted, the only business in today's order paper is the approval of senators to serve in the Senate Business Committee. In the event that the motion is approved, the newly constituted Senate Business Committee will meet at the rise of the Senate to deliberate on and schedule the business for the rest of the week. The meeting will be held in Committee Room 4. I thank you and wish you all a fruitful session. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6,
Order, Senators.
notices of
Order.
motion.
Senate Majority Leader, are you following the process, what is happening in the House? Can you give notice of motion? You give notice of the